Hey Coogs, welcome back to Cooglife. Today we're at the Color Factory, located in the Upper Kirby neighborhood. Come along with us as we explore this amazing place. Today I had the amazing opportunity to visit the Color Factory here in Houston, Texas. The Color Factory is an interactive art museum that has multiple art rooms that has different concepts. When we first walked inside, we were greeted by the workers who were going to give us a tour of the whole building. Also, they gave me a QR code that I could scan at every room to take pictures and have them sent to my email later. The workers were very nice and helpful. The first room we went to was a room that had lights that changed to 3 different colors: blue, red, and green. My favorite lights were the red lights because when the red lights came on the walls, it displayed images of the Houston Astros, which I thought was really cool. Next, we went to a room that was filled with balloons. On the ground, they had different answers from different kids on what different colors meant to them. I really enjoyed reading what the kids had to say. Next, we went to my favorite room, which was the silent disco room. The purpose of this room was to celebrate different women musicians who are from Texas, such as Lizzo, Beyonce, and more. The room was also purple to represent women's rights. The room also had a dance floor, but I'm not really too much of a dancer, so I kind of just nodded my head and just vibed to the music. Next, we went to an electric room, and in this room, the words "You are magic" and flashing lights appeared on the walls if you held hands with somebody and stood in a certain spot. I really enjoyed this room as well. Next, we went to a room that had different colored pegs that you could stick into the wall to make different images. I tried to spell out my initials, but it was kind of hard to do so because of the way the wall was structured, so instead, I just made a smiley face. My next favorite room was the cafe room. The tour guide told me to unleash my childlike spirits, so that's what I did. I was throwing the cafe around, I was laying in it, I was kicking it. I definitely felt like a kid again. After that, we went to a red room where you had to wear special glasses to read and see different images that were on the walls. The images that were on the walls were things that were made by previous visitors. We then headed over to a ball pit room. I'm usually not a big fan of ball pits, but I decided to give it a chance since I was there to try new experiences, and I actually had a lot of fun. I did not submerge myself in the ball pit, but I did walk around and throw a couple of balls around as well. The last room we went to was a room filled with different scents from our childhoods. They had different scents like freshly cut grass, milk at the bottom of a cereal bowl, and donuts from Shipley's. And you remember when you were a kid and your dad accidentally burnt the dinner? Yeah, they also had that scent as well. My favorite scent was the scent of freshly cut grass because it reminded me of when my dad used to cut the grass growing up. I also had the amazing chance to interview the creative producer here at the Color Factory. Hey Coogs, I'm Lyric, and today we're here with Lorena. She's the creative producer here at the Color Factory.
Hi everyone.
Hi Lorena, so can you introduce your job title and kind of what you do day to day and what a typical day looks like?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm the creative producer here, and I basically project manage all the different rooms and build outs and anything that we do special for holidays. So there's a lot of budgeting, timelines, sourcing, reaching out to different vendors, and basically everything you see here, figuring out how it's going to get done, making sure it gets done in time, that we have the right people, and that we're staying within our budget.
All right, cool. Thank you for answering the question. So what do you feel like first inspired you to want to work at the Color Factory?
I just always thought that it was such a fun place. So when I heard that they were coming to Houston, I was really excited. And I actually got scouted for this job. I was not confident enough to apply, but they reached out to me, and then I actually was brought on as marketing at first.
Okay.
And then kind of worked my way to this position, but yeah.
So I'm guessing like you probably really have enjoyed the job so far, you know, everything that's come with it. So what do you feel like is your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part is definitely creating a space where people can come and have fun with like family, friends, whoever, and take a break kind of from the outside world. So yeah, I love being even a small part of creating that space for people.
Yeah, I've definitely had a fun time so far. It's actually all of our first time being at the Color Factory. It's been really cool to be here for the first time. And you said it's not just in Houston, so it's in other places as well?
Yes, we have a location in Chicago, which is our newest one. We opened in summer 2022. And then New York, which is our oldest location, that opened in 2018 and is still going strong. So, yeah.
I'm up to visit the New York location one day, the oldest location. All right, so what do you feel like is your favorite room, your personal favorite room here?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with the Royal Disco Ball, which is our silent disco room. It features music from all like women who come from Texas, so Beyonce and Solange and Lizzo. That was really fun to put together. Also, we chose the color purple because it represents women's rights, and we thought it would be fun to like highlight all the great women who are in music that came out of Texas. So that's probably my favorite one, and you get to listen to some good tunes and dance, and it's really fun in there. So.
And that was actually my favorite room as well, because we just came from that one. It was really fun.
Yeah.
You know, I was dancing by myself, but you know,
yeah, it's still fun.
It was fun. And then also there was a little secret room like off to the side.
Yes, yeah, our like infinity mirror kind of, like a surprise kind of thing. I'm glad you found it.
Oh yeah.
And you went in there, behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think the only other question I might have is kind of, when you were a child, like, do you feel like you always kind of had that creative side and that you wanted to fulfill, or do you feel like it kind of came more as you grew older?
I think maybe as I grew older, I always was like very focused on school. I was like a really good student and like liked doing homework. And then I think when I was in college, I was like, oh, there's like this other side that I haven't really explored much. And that's when I kind of started delving more into art and things like that. So, yeah.
I feel like that's very inspiring, because I feel like a lot of people, they are afraid to unleash their creative side, or they just don't know how to, or they're just used to, you know, just going to school, doing math or science, which are important things as well, but I feel like all subjects are important, and you have to express every part of yourself.
Yeah, agreed. And you can unleash that side at like any point. So I think coming here even could be a good time to do that, and you feel like a kid again, and you know, you're surrounded by all these colors and a different way to look at art, right? So yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I hope y'all had a good time.
At the end of the tour, we got ice cream and souvenirs. We made sure to say thank you to the tour guides, and then we headed out. Overall, I would rate my experience a 10 out of 10. The workers were super nice and helpful, the rooms were very interesting and interactive, and I think it's a great place to bring your friends and families. I definitely had a lot of fun, and I would definitely come back. Thank you for coming along with me today. I had an amazing time. This is Cooglife, and we'll be back next time.